Good morning. I see a Hagie. It's 6:15. Let's get some corn sprayed today. All right, we got him loaded up with the first batch. We're gonna try and spray 9 sprayer loads today. So he's gonna go do the first field. We'll try and jump in later. We'll get the drone out and stuff, but I'm just gonna let him go on this first one. Quick check of the Farm HQ box up on the Traveler that is running right now while we're waiting for that first load to get done. It is 83.3%. Should be done around 9 a.m. 200 feet remaining, it says. This was as of 6:46. That was a half hour ago, so it's a little farther along. Here, let's push this button to refresh it. There we go. 150 feet remaining, so still 9 o'clock. I'd say our corn's shedding pollen a little bit, and it's a little wet out there. Whew. Well, you can find all the bugs in the wet pollen. We got all kinds of stuff crawling around. That one looks like a rootworm beetle. I assume most of them are harmless to corn, but not all of them. Maybe we should throw some insecticide in. I don't know. I got some. We could try it. Okay, he is loaded up with the second batch of fungicide. We're gonna throw the drone up. He's working right across the road in that field, and then we'll be on the north side of the house over here. So let's get some sweet drone footage. Coming in for a landing. Loaded up for number 3. I tried to wash his window off for him. The corn pollen, when the dew's on, just sticks like crazy. We got a big pile there, but sun's coming out, burning the dew off. It should get cleaner. So he's got 3 small fields around here, including my plot that he's gonna go and do. I've got to go shut the irrigation stuff off, and then we're gonna come back here and load up for the next one, and then we're gonna follow him around with the tender because we're gonna be at some fields a little farther away. Pretty sweet machine. I want one. But then I wouldn't have to hire him. I told him I was going to buy that one when he got a new one, but he was supposed to do that this year and he can't get a new one, so that's part of the problem. Now it's going to have a bunch of hours on it, but it is a heck of a machine. I came down to tell the boys they're going to spray right here and watch, and just so you know, it's not just in combine cabs that this happens to me.
Kind of looks like a dozer.
Kind of looks like a dozer because it's yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
It looks like a backhoe.
Like a backhoe? What's the tassel? The tassel's the part on the top of the corn and it sheds the pollen.
Wow, I will see it. Dad,
You
the
can
corn
see it.
that's
That's why
right
it's
there, is that the corn that is the... That
Sweet corn.
That
That's
is
the sweet
he
corn.
spraying your field for you?
He's spraying our field for us.
The boobs are in the front of the sprayer.
They are in the front of the sprayer. How observant of you.
What, Rob? What, Daddy? How are the boobs in the sprayer? He's not going to be able to see in the cab.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I hope he comes.
Okay.
Is he going to spray that corn?
He's probably going to spray that sweet corn, yeah.
Is it going to grow?
Yep, it'll grow really good.
Those corn are bigger than those. Uh-oh. He's
right.
going to spray our house with chemicals.
No, he's not going to spray our house. But the wind's not really blowing right now.
Feels really good.
Be quiet. Here he comes. You ready?
What if it pulls the gator?
Watch. There he is.
He's not going to spray it again. Hey, there he is. Not all of it.
Spray our sweet corn. Cool. How cool is that to watch?
I wish it was our sprayer.
Yeah? Me too, kinda. I don't know. I don't know if I could drive through corn like that. That would be scary, driving through the corn like that.
I like a blue sprayer.
Of course you do on a blue sprayer.
Ready with chemicals.
All right, he is
Hagie.
all done here. Right there, done. Okay, he's gonna go do a couple more fields to spray out this tank load. We gotta go do the irrigation stuff. I just got the alert on my phone that the pump and everything shut down from our farm HQ system, which is awesome, by the way. Awesome. Everything looks good up here. I did just shut the generator off. We're not going to move the Traveler and restart it right now. Couple reasons. Three reasons really. One, we don't have time because we're doing the corn stuff. Two, there may or may not be a plane show up today. I have no idea. Or maybe it came yesterday. No idea. And three, we're not super dry. We're staying ahead of it, and we're gonna keep pumping some water. But we did get just a touch of rain the other day, and this corn looks really good. It doesn't have to have water right now. I'm not behind. And so I'm doing the whole water at night thing. Just make long runs overnight, and if we have some short runs, we can do them during the day. And that seems to be working pretty well for us. So Phil took my 40-20. He's filling the bins at home with the auger and needed that tractor, so he took that yesterday. So I don't even have a tractor up here to use if I wanted to pull. Well, I do have the 75-20 I can move it with, but hopefully he finishes with that tractor today, and then this afternoon or this evening we can come up here, get it hooked back up, and move to the next lane, make another full pull overnight. That's my plan. But the ground's still moist. It is drying up, but we got plenty of moisture right now. Off with load number 4. We're gonna start tendering now because we're getting a little bit farther away from the farm here. So we've got 2 loads worth loaded up on the truck with the chem there, so that's good. I gotta get a call to my nutrient guy because we're gonna be out of chemical after we get those 2 done, so we're gonna need some more. So I needed a little bit more fungicide. Long story on this, but I ordered and paid for fungicide in January when we placed our chemical order. January, right? That fungicide has not come in yet. I still do not have it. We're not even spraying what I bought in January right now. I ordered Miravis Neo. It's what I like to use, but they can't get it, don't have it. And so I had them bring me out some Trivapro. Trivapro and Miravis Neo are both fungicides. They're premium fungicides from Syngenta. They're both good products, and they actually share 2 of the 3 components are the same. It's just that third active that's different between the 2 of them. Anyway, I have no problem running Trivapro on our corn. I think it's a really good fungicide for corn. The Miravis is better on soybeans, which is why I bought the Miravis. And I thought if I'm going to buy it, I might as well just buy it all one thing, because the Miravis is really good on corn as well. So anyway, can't get the Miravis, so they brought me Trivapro. They brought me part of it out, like 50 gallons. a couple weeks ago. I need more than that. We're gonna spray close to 70 gallons of it today because we're doing so many acres. So I just called them and said, hey, can you guys bring me another 20 gallons? They are right now. They also informed me that the neighbors by our irrigated field up there that the salesman talked to this morning said they saw a plane flying around yesterday. So the plane has come and gone, which is good. That means we got it sprayed and it's done. Is bad because I didn't get to film it. So sorry we missed it. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. If we see any planes flying around the area at any point in the future, I will film it for you. But we missed it on ours. All right, I'm not sure exactly where he's going to run out in this field. He did a little 30-acre piece and then came here. There's 110 in this one, so 2 full loads between those 2 fields. We'll spray it all. We're going to wait here for him. This corn here is one that I was debating on. I was very hesitant, thinking that this corn's not quite ready, because you'll notice that it's not fully tasseled out yet. We're just starting to shoot tassels. But this hybrid is one of my more highly susceptible hybrids. And from everything everybody I've talked to, they basically said it's better to go early than to come back, than to be late. If you go early, you have options. If you have to come back, you can. Not that I want to, but we could. If you come too late, it's too late. There's nothing you can do. So I probably shouldn't walk out here because he just sprayed this. But I just wanted to look a little bit. You can see some coverage on these leaves. It's starting to dry up now, but we've got droplets on them. The fungicide will move out through that leaf tissue. It'll transorb. There's a bunch on that one. So that's what we want to see. There's a big debate whether plain versus ground rig is better for coverage and stuff. We're using 17 gallons to the acre of carrier of water. So I feel like that helps us get really good coverage out here. But just wanted to look and see if we see any tar spot. It is not hard to find right there. I'm sure that's tar spot on the back side of those leaves. Not hard at all to find. It's not severe. It's not going to kill this corn just yet. We're not a terribly heavy infection. But the fact that it's here means that it's here and it's going to spread, and it will only get worse. It will not get better. That's why we're spraying it. We can at least keep it from getting worse. One other point to make as I find more here. This field got Xyway. So if you guys will remember way back to our planting time, I had some of a fungicide that you put in your starter in a 2x2 mix, and it is supposed to prevent leaf diseases late in the season. It is on this field. We've got tar spot early. Now they don't claim control of tar spot, or yeah, suppression maybe, but not control. But I was kind of hoping that it would at least delay the onset in the fields where we put it. It's not. But I have said all along that I looked at that Xyway more so as replacing my V5 fungicide than my tassel fungicide. So I'm not saying that product is no good and it doesn't work. I'm just saying that it is not season-long control, especially of tar spot. I jumped up on top of my water tanks here so we can see out over the field. You'll notice that this corn in the front is not really tasseling very much, but as soon as you get over the hill and behind the buildings there, it's much more tasseled. The worst stuff in this entire field is right here along the road. It looks like a crappy farm from here because there's a ridge, and then once you drop over that ridge, it's actually a pretty darn good farm. This is, on average, one of our better farms every year, so I don't mind that it looks like crap from the road. It keeps the neighbors thinking that we're not very good farmers. Let's go for a Hagie ride. It is different going going through tall corn like this. It's just different. I don't do this. I suppose you get used to it after a while though. Well, this corn looks good. It's tall. Lots of pollen everywhere. I'm sure somebody is going to ask me if driving the sprayer through and doing that, knocking all the pollen off, ain't going to hurt it. Well, maybe in those few little spots, but the benefit is far outweighing any damage that we're doing, and there's enough pollen in all of those rows out there that aren't being hurt to pollinate everything, so not an issue. I thought about trying to ride out here. I think that would be a terrible idea. Jeez, just pollen everywhere. Oh yeah, power ladder. That's rock washing one. Yeah. It's just gonna look like this for the next 2 weeks, so you probably will forget. came back and loaded up. I just got enough for one sprayer batch because after we do this next load, we're going to be back here close to the farm. You can just load here. So we also got some other foliar stuff we're going to add in on this batch here as well. So we'll talk about that. But we got to go get up to the field. All right, so we are getting set up here, ready for him to come and load. Thought I'd talk about what we're putting in today, what we're spraying, and why, right? So obviously we are spraying fungicide on corn. We're doing it because of the disease that we are already starting to see and to prevent more and further infections in our corn, to protect plant health, to reduce stress, to keep this corn as healthy as possible and for it to grow as good as possible. Fungicides also really help the plant deal with stress. And while we've been pretty fortunate and caught some rains here recently, we've still been fairly dry. And if we continue to be dry and we get hot this next week, like they're talking, the fungicide will help that plant deal with the drought and heat stress. So the fungicide we're using today, TrivaPro, I've talked about this a little bit already. TrivaPro is a fungicide from Syngenta. It is a really good fungicide. So the oxystrobin and the propiconazole are essentially the same thing that is what Quilt Excel is. The ratio and the rate might be just a little bit different, but the oxystrobin, that's Quadris. So you guys will remember we sprayed a lot of corn, including this field, at V5 when the corn was, yay tall or so, with straight Quadris. Well, that is oxystrobin. This single component. That is a preventative fungicide. It isn't going to cure or kill any disease that is already in the field, but it will prevent the disease from getting into the plant and from new infections from forming. Propiconazole is a triazole. It is a curative fungicide. In other words, it's going to kill any fungicide or any disease that is already out there. So that would be Tilt by itself. When you combine Quadris with Tilt, you'll get Quilt or Quilt Excel. And then the TrivaPro takes that and adds this benzovindafluorper, whatever. I don't know how to say that. Do you guys know how to say that? I have no idea. Slatinol. It's Slatinol. That's the trade name for it. So that component is really good against rusts. It's a very, very good fungicide. I really like it on corn. On soybeans, I prefer the Miravis Neo because instead of that Slatinol, they use Adepidin. Adepidin is a little bit better for plant health and well, I shouldn't say plant health, but it is better against some of the things that we need, grain quality stuff. It's going to help better. So that's why I was going to go with Miravis Neo. I can't get it. It's supposed to be here on Monday, so whatever. The TrivaPro is really good on corn, though. There is nothing wrong with it whatsoever for what we're doing here. Okay, next. We're going to talk about this one next because we've sprayed some of this before. This is Octane. It is from the Ag Explorer company. It is 1% nitrogen, woohoo, and 26% sugar, fructose, and dextrose. It is purely to give that plant a boost to help get this stuff into the plant and to get it growing or get it processing the fungicide and stuff as fast as possible. It gives it that kick of energy, essentially. At that meeting yesterday that I went to with Chris Weaver, where he was talking about soybeans, which he was talking about soybeans, but we did talk on corn a little bit. He puts a gallon of sugar on every time he's making a pass across the field with the planter, with the sprayer, every single time. So we're spraying that one at a quart to the acre. So we've got not nearly as high a rate as what he's doing, and we're doing it once, maybe twice. So but something I'm going to look into a lot more is using more sugar, especially on soybeans. So I forgot to mention the TrivaPro rate is 13.7 fluid ounces per acre. 13.7. All right, we got one more thing, and we got to hurry because there's a Hagie here. So I have another product from Ag Explorer that we are going to try this year. It's called Onward. This is actually Onward Max, which is just a more concentrated version. This is a PGR, plant growth regulator. It's not technically a fungicide or anything like that. It's not technically a fertilizer. It is something that's going to, yeah, it's this stuff. You guys, I don't know a whole lot about it, but it helps that plant manage stress again and keeps it growing well. So that's what we're going to use. That is a rate of 6.4 ounces per acre, I believe. So a jug does 50 acres. We're back in the sprayer. For the most part, I'm pretty sure this field is some of our best dryland corn. It's 111 day stuff that was planted pretty early. There's a spot up here you guys may recognize. This one's got a droopy tassel. That's interesting. Yeah, you can go ahead and shut the boom off over there in that spot where I got stuck with an 8RX. The rest of the field's good, I promise. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but there's some tall corn in spots in here. You can go down these little draws and the corn is really good because it didn't get dry and run out of moisture like the hills did, but yeah, that's tall corn. Another one done. He's got to go finish spraying this tank load out in another field, and then we've got two more sprayer loads to go. It's what time is it? 1:30? Just after 1. We're doing great. Well, we are cruising right through this. He's off to do the last load right around here, and then we've got those farms that are 10 miles away. There's a cluster of 75 acres over there. We're going to spray 70 of that. So he would prefer that I take the water down there on the truck and he can drive empty so he can go a little faster. So we're going to load up and get that last load on here ready for that while he sprays out this other one here. Whoa. Helps if you take the brake off. When he called me yesterday, or we talked last night, and I told him what we had to do and stuff, he's like, well, I'll do what I can, but I got to leave by 4. He's got something, whatever. And he said he'd come back tomorrow morning and finish it. It's 1:47. We're going to be done well before 4 o'clock. We flew through this. 9 loads, 650-ish acres. That's awesome. Okay, he's off to spray the last load here. I'm going to take the truck back to the farm. And I got some other stuff going on this afternoon, so we're going to get a pickup. Well, I'm going to go home and change my clothes and bring the pickup back down here and hopefully meet him before he's done. That's the plan, so we got to go. Okay, well, we had ourselves a pretty dang good day, if I do say so. We sprayed over 600 acres of corn, 630-ish, something like that. It's now 3:30. We did really, really well timing-wise. So we do have some more to do. We're going to get to it next week. Some of the corn's not quite ready yet. We got to go down to Berkey and do that. I need to make a trip down there and look at that corn, see where it's at growth stage-wise and stuff. It was planted later than almost everything we sprayed today, so it shouldn't be quite as far along. It's full-season corn. It's been drier there. It's probably slowing it down. So I think we've got a week or so yet there. But we'll try and make it down there maybe tomorrow. At least drive past some stuff. And we'll get a feel for it and we'll go from there. So anyway, I've got to go. It is where I go to church. It's the town festival, and we have a sausage sandwich stand that we run. The men's group does. So I'm going to go work that this evening. There is potentially some rain on the way. There's a bunch of rain out west. It's moving this way, but it's dissipating. So I don't know if it's going to make it here or not. And then they're calling for rain the next 2 days. So that'd be awesome. Like, that wasn't in the forecast 2 days ago. So it'd be awesome. But we'll see. I stopped back at the field here, and we got our data. I think we got our data on here. So he is done. We got it all done, sprayed. And he's heading home. So we'll talk to him again next week. We got some more to do. Big thank you to Zach at Wilson's application there. He's my Hagie guy. He does a really good job for me. I try and be a good customer and have water for him. And, you know, I called him in February to tell him what we were going to have to do and everything and stuff. And, you know, it's not calling him last minute saying, can you please come and do this? But if you're local, after I just told you that I don't do this, but if you're local and you need some stuff sprayed, give him a call. I'm sure he'll help you out if he can. But I know he's really, really busy. Got a lot to do. There's a lot of corn getting sprayed around here, and if you don't have it lined up by now, good luck. I hope you can find somebody. but they're busy. So thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. We'll see you again next week. Everybody else, have a great weekend. I am not working this weekend. If it doesn't rain, we'll probably be pumping water, but you guys know how that works, so we don't have to film it. And tomorrow I think we're going up to visit my sister and her new baby. They just had a baby here a few weeks ago, so yeah, it'll be a good trip tomorrow. So anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. Questions and comments, leave them down below, and I will see you on Monday. See you, everybody.